Great start, Mevan guys. And in today's video, we are going to go through a very interesting article written by Sam Altman, that is the Gentle Singularity. To people who don't know singularity means a hypothetical point in future where artificial intelligence surpasses human intelligence, leading to uncontrollable and rapid growth. Basically, artificial superintelligence or ASI. This is the race in which organization or the country who is going to make the AGI first will most likely to get to the ASI first. And from ASI we are going to experience the exponential growth. Even the expert can't predict that what we can achieve with the help of ASI. Okay. Now we are going to read the article and we will see what Sam Altman is going through. We are past the event horizon. The takeoff has started. Humanity is close to building digital superintelligence, and at least so far, it is much less weird than it seems. Basically, he is talking about we are very close to build the digital superintelligence. Maybe he is talking about AGI, and finally, everything is taking shape. Robots are not yet walking the street, nor most of the humans. They are talking to AI all day. People still die of disease, we still can't easily go to space, and there are a lot of things in the universe that we don't understand, and yet is yes, this is fact, this is true. Okay. And yet we have recently built systems that are smarter than people in many ways, that is true, and are able to significantly and amplify the output of the people using them. Yes, we can see in near future the AI coding agents potentially beat human AI coders, and we have seen it in early 2000s. So we have seen the IBM robot that was able to beat the world champion Go player, and this is inevitable. AI will beat humans in coding and in other fields as well. It's just a matter of time. The least likely part of the work is behind us. The scientific insight that has got us to the systems like GPT-4 and O3 were hard won, but will take us very far. So I think Sam Altman is assuming that GPT-4 and O3 will be like a heavy contributor in achieving the AGI or the end goal that OpenAI is thinking of. Okay. AI will contribute to the world in many ways, but the gain to quality of life from AI driven faster scientific progress and increased productivity will be enormous. The future can be vastly better than the present. Scientific progress is the biggest driver of the overall progress. It is hugely exciting to think about how much more we could have. Yep, AI will quantify the result and the values which are associated to it, and we will see like towards the research and the scientific breakthrough. AI basically increasing the overall productivity and efficiency, and Sam Altman is very excited for towards the future. In some big sense, ChatGPT is more powerful than any human which has been lived. Hundreds of millions of people rely on ChatGPT every day and for increasingly important tasks. I think this is a big problem because uh, first of all, Sam has made a very wild claim that GPT is the most more powerful than any other human beings who like have lived. I don't believe in this, but yes, it is also a potential risk now because millions of people are heavily they are relying on AI for performing the important tasks like decision making and management, and this is a serious issue because AI cannot be held for accountability, and if AI is not accountable for its action, then who is going to be responsible for it? Who is going to be held accountable? That is you. The people who are using AI will be responsible for the actions or the mess which is created by AI. A small new capability can create a huge positive impact. A small misalignment multiplied by hundreds of millions of people can cause a great deal of negative impact. Today, the most important thing that is thinking, we are just outsourcing. Like we are outsourcing our thinking, and coming from an engineering background, I can see this in coding, especially when junior developers they are just prompting, they are not coding, they don't have the real skills, they are ignoring the actual skill of problem solving and critical thinking, and these important fundamental skills these are fading off, and we are trading our intelligence with AI. We are giving the most powerful thing to AI, that is to think, that is to ask questions, that is to understand and solve a particular problem. At large scale, AI cannot solve the real world problem because AI don't have your experience, don't have like the taste of your life. It does not have your background and profession. So making or taking a important decision with AI you should think twice, because it lacks the nuances, it lacks the context of your life. Anyways, moving on. 2025 has been seen the arrival of agents that can do real cognitive work. Written writing computer code will never be same. 2026 will likely see the arrival of systems that can figure out the novel insights. 2027 may see the arrival of robots that can do the task in the real world. Yep, 2025 is the era of AI agents. We have seen MCPs, Model Context Protocol, in which where AI agent has the LLM model has the access to a server, which consists of some tools like DuckDuckGo search is there, Wi-Finance is there, any other thing. This was brought by Anthropic, and then Google also come up with its own protocol, that is agent to agent protocol, A2A protocol basically, in which two or more different agents they can communicate with each other. Now Sam Altman is predicting that in 2026 we will have systems. The we can understand it with the help of example. Like in a large scale organization, we have hierarchy. Like first we will have the product lead, followed by a manager, then by a senior developer, or at last we have the junior developers. Now once the systems are in place, now we will see first of all, when we are talking about systems, we are talking about a group of agents or a army of agents, more than two agents, and we can assign them different tasks within a system. What can happen possibly is like junior developers will be replaced by AI tools, like Codex is there and other GitHub is there, so GitHub Copilot, and the senior developers, the decision making and the management stuff will be done with the help of AI agent. And overall the managing part, like managing these agents, managing these AI tools, this part will be done with the help of humans, that we have to do it. And this is most likely it will be the development system which can craft software which is going to have immense value. A lot of people will be able to create software and art, but world wants a lot more of both, and experts will probably still be much better than nuances. As long as they embrace the new tools, generally speaking, the ability of one person to get much more done in 2030 than they could be in 2020 be a striking change. Basically, it's talking about the productivity, and one many people will figure out how they are benefit from. Basically, figuring out just become 10x with the help of AI. In the most important ways, 2030s may not be widely different. People will love their families, express their creativity, play games, and swim in lakes. And it is true because this what make us human, the experience with family and friends and the memories that make us different from AI. But in still very important ways, 2030s are likely going to be widely different from any times that has come before. We do not know how far beyond artificial intelligence will surpass the human level intelligence, and we are about to find out. Sam Altman also don't have any idea about the limit of AI and how it can surpass us and what is the upper limit. In 2030, intelligence and energy, ideas and ability of making ideas happen, that is the execution, are going to be widely abundant. These two have been the fundamental limiters on human progress for a long time, which is true. With abundant intelligence and energy and good governance, we can theoretically have achieved anything else. So basically, it's talking that with abundance of intelligence and energy, we can achieve anything. I think this is not enough. Like we also need other things also apart from intelligence and energy. And one more important thing, we may have abundant energy, but I don't think energy will be sufficient, because we need a lot of energy to build and scale these data centers. And presently, we don't have that energy. I am little skeptical with the idea that we need only these two things to basically theoretically achieving anything in life. Anyways, you can give the opinion in the comment section. Already we live with the incredible digital intelligence and some initial shock. Most of us were pretty used to it. Very quickly we go from being amazed that AI can create a beautiful written paragraph to wondering when it can generate a beautiful written novel, or from being amazed that it can make a life-saving medical diagnosis to wondering when it can develop the cures, or from being amazed it can create a small computer program to wondering when it can create an entire company. So it is very interesting because he has not used the word software here. This is how singularity goes. Wonders become routine and then table stakes. Okay. So yes, the expectation from the AI has been, now it's very high, and some of my friends are also wondering when they see these AI generated videos from Void 3 and Killing AI. So they are wondering that when AI is going to create the next Oscar winning film, and when we are able to create our own movies, how we can present our own story, like the story of their life which can be presented with the help of AI. So yes, expectations are very high now with AI, and hopefully it is going to exceed our expectation and limitation. We already hear from scientists that they are 2 to 3 times more productive than they were before AI. Advanced AI is interesting for many ways, but perhaps nothing is quite as significant as the fact that we can use it to do faster AI research. We may be able to discover new computer substrates, better algorithms, and who knows what else. If we can do a decade worth of research in a year or in even a month, then the rate of progress will obviously be quite different. Yes, we can see the research and the speed of how scientists are discovering new things. Like every week, we are getting a new research paper from AI, and it has been like a weekly release magazine type show. Because in last week only, we have got 3 to 4 different AI research paper from Google. We are getting from Sakana AI. We are getting all sorts of different research paper, and we are going to like cover what are the important things which are mentioned in the research paper in the upcoming videos. But the thing is, like, the rate in which the things are going is very very fast. First of all, everything will start at the most fundamental level, that is the research level, and once we have discovered something, then we are going to implement it. So if research is going fast, then implementation will obviously, it is going to be speed up the execution process, and then we can we can move very fast. There are other self-reinforcing loops at play. The economic value creation has started a flywheel of compounding infrastructure built out to run these increasingly powerful AI systems, and the robots that can build other robots, and in some sense, data centers that can build other data centers aren't far off. Basically, he's talking about the self-improving AI, and when we achieve self-improving AI, then we will be heading towards the self-replication AI. First, we will achieve how AI is going to improve itself. Then, we will solve the next problem, that is like duplication. How AI can create its own replica, or like it's a perfect imitation. AI which can create multiple copies of itself. When we reach at that point particularly, then there is no coming back, because now if 5 humans are able to create one robot in 5 days, then 2 to 3 robots, they are going to create 10 robots in just 3 days. So it's a basic figure. As data center production gets automated, the cost of intelligence should eventually converges to near to the cost of electricity. So basically, ChatGPT subscription is going to be less, guys. So people often are curious how much energy is used for a single ChatGPT query. So he has quoted some interesting numbers here. So the average query uses about 0.34 watt per hour. About what an oven would use little over 1 second, and a high efficient light bulb would use it for a couple of minutes. It also uses 0.0000085 gallons of water, roughly 1/15th of a teaspoon. But we have to like multiply it with because ChatGPT, it has billions of users and billions of queries, so the number is quite vast. If we see how much gallons of water has been used for generating some text with the help of AI, then you have to multiply it with millions of users. Then cost is very high. We are using some like serious amount of resources for getting those LLM working. So we need to find some like a sufficient and a better way to use these models, and like it's also appearing very less, but it for a single query. So I think it's not quite efficient. If history is any guide, we will figure out new things to do and new things to want. Basically, desires and wants are going to be changed with time, and assimilate new tools quickly. Job change after the Industrial Revolution is going to be the good recent example. Expectation will go up, but capabilities will go equally. quickly, and we will all get better at our own stuff. We will build ever more wonderful things for each other. People have a long term important and a curious advantage over AI. We are hardwired to take care about other people's and what they think and do. We don't care very much about machines. History is repeating itself. Most of the jobs they are going to be obsolete. Most of the jobs they are going to be vanished. They are going to be automated with the help of AI. And yes, we are going to have new jobs that will be coming. And the unemployed, unskilled people, they are going to coin the new names for these new roles, which we don't have any idea. That is the fact. We don't know what AI can bring us onto the table. Anyways, continuing, a subsistence farmer from a thousands of year ago would look at what many of us are doing and say we have fake jobs and think that we are just playing games to entertain ourselves since we have plenty of food and unimaginable luxuries. I hope we will look at the jobs a thousands of years in future and think they are also very fake jobs. And I have no doubt that we feel incredibly important and satisfied to the people who are doing them. That is true. Like even my grandparents, they think that I'm just wasting my time sitting in front of screens, like talking in front of cameras, or just typing or pressing a bunch of keys, and like I am gen- genuinely earning money from this. It's like for them, it's time pass, time waste. It's matter of perspective because they are coming from 1900s and late 2000s, so we can't say anything about that. So this will be the same case in future. We will going to be see in like future, like thousands of years, we are going to tell that these are like fake jobs, they are not like real jobs, we are not doing anything. Like probably like doom scrolling may be one of them. We can't say like AI content review system in future, who knows. So anything is possible, but the most important thing that we should be focusing that we must be satisfied of the jobs which we are doing. That is that will matter the most, if we are satisfied with our jobs or not. The rate of new wonders being achieved will be immense. It's hard to even imagine today what we will have discovered by 2035. Maybe we will go from solving high energy physics one year to beginning space colonization the next year, or from a major material science breakthrough in one year to high bandwidth brain computer interference the next year. Many people will choose to live their lives in the same way, but at least some people will probably decide to plug in. Basically, he's talking, I think, somewhat about Neuralink. And I don't know about you, but I like myself and I love myself because God have created me, and yes, I don't want to mess with the nature of the creation by augmenting my body with AI. So there is no need, honestly speaking. Looking forward, this sounds hard to wrap our heads around, but probably living through it will feel immense but impressive and manageable. From our perspective, the singularity happens bit by bit, and merge happens slowly. We are climbing a long arc of exponential technological progress. It always look vertical, like looking forward like a flat line going backwards, but it's one smooth curve. Like think back of 2020, like what we could have achieved by 2025. Like we are going to be very close for achieving AGI in this year, and we don't know what we are going to do in the next 5 years. So this is not a flat line, it's a smooth growth. It's basically on the graph, a smooth curvature is there, which represents the exponential of the growth in any field. But probably speaking, if we are in AI, this curve is little bit more steep. There are scenarios and challenges to confront along with its huge upsides. We do need to solve the safety issues, technical and societal, but then it's critically important to widely distribute the access of superintelligence given the economic implications. The best path forward might be something like this. Security will likely be the issue. Let's see if Sam has what solutions has been proposed by him. Solve the alignment problem, meaning that we can robustly guarantee that we get the AI systems to learn and act towards what we collectively really want to achieve at the overall long term goal. So, social media feeds are the example of misaligned AI. The algorithms that are powerful Those are incredibly well at getting you keep scrolling and clearly understand your short-term preferences, but they do it by exploiting something in your brain that overrides your long-term preferences. So basically, it's the dopamine hit. So you have to do some dopamine detox, and yes, focus on the long term goal. Don't stick with the screen, stick with the ground. Social media is misaligning AI, then for sure it is going to be misaligning you from your main goal. Think about it. Okay, so we are at the last part of this block. Then focus on making superintelligence cheap, widely available, and not too concentrated with any person, company, or a country. Society is resilient, creative, and adapt quickly. That is facts. If we can harness the collective will and wisdom of all the peoples, then although we will make plenty of mistakes and some things will go really wrong, we will learn and adapt quickly. We are going to bounce back and be able to use this technology to get the maximum upside and minimal downside, giving users a lot of freedom within the board bonds society has to decide on. Seems very important. The sooner the world can start a conversation about what these broad bonds are and how we can define a collective alignment, then better. Making superintelligence cheap and widely available is going to be the first challenge. This is because we live in a leverage based society, meaning if AI is available to all, then who is going to have the power? I think the people who have the capital, who have the money, they are going to most likely get the abundant or unlimited access of this super intelligence. Basically, where the money is concentrated, there will be, you can see, the powers of this AI is going to be concentrated as well, and this is a serious concern. Okay, we, the whole industry, not just OpenAI, are building a brain for the world, global brain, global brain. Okay, it will be extremely personalized and easy for everyone to use. We will be limited by good ideas for a long time. Technical people in the startup industry have made fun of the idea, guys. People who had the ideas and were looking for a team to build it. It's now looks like they are going to have the day in the sun. Now in future we are going to see solo billionaires and people creating empires with the help of these AI agents. One man digital army creating millions of dollars, crafting immense value. In startup world, the idea guy, like people who have some good ideas and they are most likely to go manifest their idea into reality with the help of these tools. But one thing which I want to make it clear, that if you are seeing in the current state of AI and if you are a solopreneur, then please listen this. This is very important, extremely important, because AI is good at creating the side projects on your resume and creating the MVPs of your idea. It can use for validation of your idea, but if you want to make the real value and real money, you need to have real human engineers who have years of experience by creating the craft with the softwares. The reason is because AI cannot write the server side code. Because server side code, the data is not available easily for training these LLM models, and it basically sucks at generating server side code. So AI generated codes are not scalable and it is very vulnerable, and that means hacker can hack your data very easily. We don't have any kind of security also. So this open source AI which generates the code will most likely make the data of your users open source. So please consider it. So the best thing is, the best solution for this will be, you can test your idea, validate your idea by creating a MVP, get some initial users, get some little amount of cash, little amount of revenue and the cash flow in. Then with the help of AI you can bring engineers also, then you can make your app scalable and secure. Start with AI and later transition to the human world, then only you can create the real impact. OpenAI is a lot of things now, but before anything else, we are a super intelligence research company. Okay, we have a lot of work in front of us, but most of the path in front of us is now lit, and dark areas are receding fast. We feel extraordinarily graceful to get to do what we do. Intelligence too cheap to meter is well within the grasp. So this may sound so too crazy to say, but if I told you back in 2020 we are going to be where we are today, it probably sounded more crazy than our current prediction about 2030. May we scale smoothly, exponentially, and uneventfully through the superintelligence. We will see what is there in the future. And now let's end this video. I hope you like this video, and make sure to like, comment, and share this video with your friends and family, especially with your AI nerdy friends. Thank you.